hurricane team, let's talk about the supplies that your team needs for a mission. You will need to have a copy of all 4 maps to use as a reference. You will also need a computer to obtain information. You will need pencils and calculators. You should have a hurricane tracking map with longitude and latitude on it like this one, and a hurricane data sheet like this one. When the computer receives information from the satellite, it will include coordinates for the location of the storm. Your first step is to plot these coordinates. This will be the eye of the storm. We have to remember that the outer edge of the storm has damaging effects as well. So we need to find the outer edge of the storm by using a diameter of 140 miles, depending on what unit of measure your classroom is using. To calculate this, you can either use a compass or simply measure it out from the map key and mark the outer edge of the storm. Once you have the outer edge of the storm marked, we need to measure the distance from the outer edge of the storm to the island of Montserrat. For the first reading, you will only be able to provide the information and the category of the storm. To determine the category of the storm, please refer to the Saffir-Simpson scale using the internal wind speed provided by the computer. Once you have completed this set of data, you need to transfer this information from the hurricane data sheet to a report form. This report form needs to be given to the communication officer for a verbal report to mission control. And someone from your team needs to provide this information to the evacuation team as well. You will also need to update the graphic organizer. This may be a whiteboard or a large displayed paper, whatever your classroom is chosen to use. This needs updated with any information that you feel the rest of the team would like to be made aware of. Maybe the category of the storm, the estimated time of arrival, the distance to the island, or whatever information your team deems necessary. The computer will provide you with new data every 5 minutes. So when the second set of data comes in, you will repeat the process of plotting, measuring the outer edge of the storm, calculating the distance to the island, categorizing the storm. Only this time, you will be able to complete the entire row of data. So after you plot and measure the distance to the island, you should be able to determine how far the storm has moved since the last reading. Sometimes this number may be very small, but we still need to figure it out. Once you have this number, log it into your hurricane data sheet. Now, determine how much time has elapsed since the last reading and calculate the speed of the storm by using the following formula. Speed equals distance divided by time. Once you've determined the speed of the storm and updated the hurricane data sheet with this information, you can calculate the ETA, or estimated time of arrival. To do this, you will need to use the following formula. ETA equals distance divided by speed. This is called dead reckoning because we do not factor in navigational elements such as waves or wind. If all the information is completed for this set of data on the hurricane data sheet, you are once again ready to transfer this information to a report form. You need to take this report form to the communication team, who will relay that information to mission control. You also need to share this information with the evacuation team in order to help them with any evacuations that may be necessary. And once again, you need to update that graphic organizer. You will then repeat the process as data is supplied to you from the satellite. Your job is critical to the well-being of the residents on the island of Montserrat. Good luck, hurricane team.